What's up, Facebook family? Yeah, it's been a few days. Lots of rain down here in South Florida. Lots of flooding, lots of rain. So people like me have had to adjust their walking schedules and everything else to deal with the weather. But it's South Florida. Now in the summer, every day after 1 or 2 o'clock, 1 or 2 p.m., prepare yourself for the mandatory Miami afternoon thunder shower. You'd think I'd be used to it after living here 53 years, being born here, being raised here, never living anywhere else for a prolonged period of time. My daughter, Allison, today was her last day of 3rd grade, so congratulations, Allison. She was on the principal's honor roll. She is one of the top students in her class. She's a compassionate, caring, very loving kid. And I give her mother all the credit when it comes to what a wonderful child we're in the midst of raising right now. I try to do my best, but Rosa's the one that takes the wheel on this. I act in a support role. So anyway, it was hang on. What's going on, brother?
Hey man, shit off.
You gotta wash it off and then it'll just be back on tomorrow after it rains again.
You damn straight.
That's my neighbor. What was I saying? I lost my train of thought. Anyway, so she wanted a treat because today was her last day of school. So I said, where do you want to go? It says Fuddruckers. I said, oh man, I haven't had a hamburger in like 3 months. Ooh, although I'm not supposed to. I could really go for a burger. So we went. I took her. We had hamburgers, and she enjoyed it. It's amazing how a cheeseburger, when you're that young, a cheeseburger is the highlight of your week. Oh man. But one thing I did notice, I was like scoping out. It was because it was during the lunch rush, so I was scoping out all the patrons and the customers at Fuddruckers as we sat down to eat. And I saw some people walking around. Some were wearing masks, some weren't. Not that I care one way or the other. Everybody do what you want to do. I'm just observing, saying what I observed. Some people were wearing masks, some weren't. Some were interacting with each other, some weren't. Some were interacting nicely with the employees from Fuddruckers, and some were being what's turned into typical nowadays, just rude, crude. So I have a theory. I've been in the service industry all my life, and when you're in the service industry, you got to just sit back and take it and let everybody tell you whatever it is that's on their mind, and you can't say anything back because that's what being in the service industry is all about. You listen, then you try to do your best to address the customer's problem or issue or however you want to state it. Anyway, I guess through my observation, through taking my daughter out for lunch at Fuddruckers, I realized that we have a long way to go. I don't know if it's in this society or if it's just in down here in South Florida, but we have a long way to go before we can say that we've got it licked in how we interact and how we treat our fellow man. It's not all about you. The universe does not revolve around you. That's what I'm trying to say to everybody out there. Before you act, before you make a decision, my grandmother, who's still alive, she's 98 years old, she taught me this. She raised me from the age of 13 on. Before you make any type of huge life-altering decisions or make a big, decision in your life, think about how it's going to impact all those around you, from your family to your friends. Think how it's going to impact other people. Think about how it's going to impact other people. Not just you. See, if this is a win, whatever your decision, if your decision you make is a win for you, but it's a loss for others, then you're stepping on other people's backs in order to get where you want to be. And that is what a dirtbag does. So don't be a dirtbag. Be a good, decent human being. Be considerate of your fellow man. Love your kids. Love your family. Tell your significant other that you love them first thing in the morning, last thing at night. Tell your kids how much you love them. Let them hear it over and over and over again. Let them get sick of it, because I want there to be no doubt in their minds how Papa felt about them. Be kind to one another. Be respectful to one another. Be correct with one another. And you know what? Every scenario doesn't have to be a slam dunk for you. Think about other folks. Think about how they're impacted by what you do or what you don't do. Be considerate. Be respectful. Most of all, love each other, even if you disagree. Everything's a zero-sum game now, right? It's either I win or you win. Life is not a zero-sum game. I want to see us emerge from this current climate stronger than ever. So I guess we'll see. Like I always said, be kind to one another. Be good to one another. Be respectful to one another. Love, not hate. And you always being first in line or getting the most M&Ms, right? Everything like that's none of that shit is important. So that's where your head is at. I suggest you do some very serious soul searching and decide how you're going to better yourself as a human being. Because if all you're doing, I'm not saying not to look out for yourself and your family and your own interests. I'm not saying that. But when that's all you do, and you do that to the detriment of others and their well-being and their lives, then shame on you. Be kind to one another. Love each other. I know I love you. Have a great day. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.